Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda, off here to a 1v1 on Pachino Stalemate. In the north stands Pax Ajax, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Here with the 90th Panzergrenadier Division. In the south we have ZuluKobra, fighting for the British Empire, the Commonwealth of the 7th Armored Division, the Desert Rats. So we're off here to a riveting and amazing match here, going for a double sapper start there with the fine British gentleman there with the Mark II Sten guns. No immediate battle group choice here. Versus a Kettenkrat, Pioneer, and Grenadier opening here from Pax Ajax. As always, a big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters for the continued and generous support of the Propagandacast. A big thanks to all those people who keep liking and commenting on videos. Another nice way to help me out. And also big thanks to Emil for donating and supporting the Propagandacast with his hard-earned money. Big thanks to Emil, you wonderful chap, you. So, section on the way there for ZuluKobra. Sappers advancing in the east side there. Up north we got the Kettenkrat moving forwards here for Pax Ajax. Grenadiers digging in with sandbags. In the south, Pioneers moving forward. And we got the first section out here for ZuluKobra with the Lee Enfield rifles. So slow advances here, heading northwards with the sappers here, going for the northern munitions point, seizing the munitions as well there with the Kettenkrat. Grenadiers here standing at the ready by the fuel point, all very quiet here in the early game, moving forwards there with the Sten gun Mark II, which was the most produced Sten gun. There would be other versions as well, but they were produced in much smaller numbers overall. And communication cables here effect. Ajax, thumbs up, guessing he's not going for breakthrough then. So typically you want those munitions for the MP40s, but if you're going for that, he might be planning mechanized instead, or perhaps Luftwaffe is going for breakthrough, just isn't going for the MP40s, which would be an interesting choice there. So first shots fired here around the 2-minute mark here around the town centre. Section of firing back here. The Grenadiers quickly popping into a building, setting up something slightly more defensible. ZuluKobra doing the same with his infantry section, staying clear of the Jerrys. Kettenkrat advancing in the centre here with its massive rack of communication cables on the back. Grenadier moving forwards. Another section there for ZuluKobra. Second Grenadiers got them moving forward for Pax Ajax. Bit of weaving about here around the centre. Second engagement now. Section caught here, but the Grenadier being pushed back here. Both taking up positions in opposite craters. Sapper section going to move to assist here. And can Pax Ajax assist? We got the quick mine. We got the trip flare mine, the DM16. I think that's one of the first times I've actually seen anyone lay that down. So that's interesting there. This is, I think, also very much unique at the moment to the Kettenkrat. So, interesting move there by Pax Ajax. Really not seen there. South side here, Sappers pursuing the Pioneers. I think Pax Ajax is basically using the diversion, trying to withdraw here ZuluKobra's combat units from the front line. We also got a Vickers here for Zulu. Mines from him as well there. ZuluKobra, one of those players who really knows his stuff about mines. Pax Ajax on the field point. And we got more Grenadiers out here with the officers' quarters. No MD-42s here for Pax Ajax. That is a bold opening strategy here from him. Versus ZuluKobra. Section caught by the Pioneers. Got the fuel point ready neutral hit. Got the other few of them hit. In fact, he is effectively cutting off all of Zulu's frontline resources except the munitions point right next to his base. That is a very bold move here by Pax Ajax. Very disruptive, very effective. Really slowing down his ZuluKobra's early economy then. And he's just down to 8 fuel per minute now. That is quite the drop there. And meanwhile, Pax Ajax is definitely enjoying a lot more fuel. We got fighting here around the fuel point there. Almost got it secured as well for the fatherland. Another section here for ZuluKobra, who's going for a very heavy tier 1 with 2 sappers, 3 sections, and the Vickers water-cooled heavy machine gun. Things are definitely looking quite interesting here. Got another flare mine here from Pax Ajax. DM16 trip flare. There we go, secure that. And up north here, heading on mine there. Again, Kettenkrat at it there. Thumbs up to Pax Ajax. A lot of players typically don't tend to use the Kettenkrats for actually laying down mines here. Well, some do, but plenty of others I find do not. So, really good work with Pax Ajax, handling it with practiced ease. Kettenkrat moving onwards. We'll be interested to see what happens when he hits the mine. Does it actually deal any damage? I don't actually know. That's a bit of science here. It does deal a bit of damage, but obviously the primary element here is the flare. So, interesting move here. Section falling back. Pioneers thinking about Kettenkrad northwards again. Grenadiers moving in here. No sign of take yet here for Pax Ajax German infantry of the 90th Panzer Grenadiers moving in here. Up north, points are being grabbed again. How many Grenadier squads is he up to now? He's up to 4 Grenadiers and the Kettenkrad. That is a very unusual Wehrmacht build. Over here to Pax, and he's going for a 5th Grenadier squad. Wow, okay, this is very non-meta. And he's actually going for Luftwaffe as well. Alrighty then. Very, very non-meta here. But also no Fallschirmjäger at all. I feel like at least the Fallschirmjäger squad here and there is like, you know, for example, merged with the Grenadiers would be great, though. It could be he's actually planning to go for Fallschirmjägers. Hard to say here, but this is a 5 Grenadier build from Pax. Zappa's moving forward, so you're going to try to sort the German troops in the center. Baker's going to flank around here, set up and a position around the German infantry there. Forcing back Pax's men here as they are being drowned out. Further up north here, British force moving forward. Saps are heading a mine again here, I believe, from Pax Ajax. He's doing a lot of work there with that Kettenkrad, though he did finally go down here, so that is a small loss. And again, worth noting here, Pax Ajax is just constantly running around, they're harassing and disrupting ZuluKobra's resource income. Really effective strategy in a sense, and of course, very doable when you got these many Grenadiers. So, it's only quite a task here for ZuluKobra to like try and contain Pax Ajax, you know, very aggressive Grenadier rush strategy. We got the Panzer Grenadier Company up now here. Not enough munitions for a grenade, but I suppose Pax Ajax feels like he doesn't need it when he's got mines. And we got more mines here from Pax Ajax. Grenadiers going for that fuel point again, digging in here. Sandbags again, just constant, focused effort to deny his opponent as much fuel as possible. He builds up as much fuel himself. I would not be surprised. I mean, the question is, does he like need the Panzer Grenadier Company at this stage? I almost feel like he would probably get away with just going straight for the Panzer Company. I mean, no, some players would actually do that under these current circumstances, though, of course. He might be concerned about a potential like Humber, which of course would leave him quite in a bad spot here. But of course, again, he does have Luftwaffe, he does have the LD-40, so which he even needed. I mean, with all the munitions expending on mines, the answer, of course, that is yes. Another mine goes off here. That was another one of those flare mines. Been getting the sappers here. Quickly dropping some poor sap. Huh? And we got more mines here again from Pax Ajax. Just so many mines. He's actually putting ZuluKobra to shame as well as, like, you know, the big guy with the mines. But now Pax Ajax is very much turning the tables on him and beating him with the table. Obviously one of those folding tables. I don't think it's like a sturdy oak table he's starting to beat ZuluKobra with. Anyways, Pack 40 here on the way for Pax Ajax again. The Spectre of the Humber very much on his mind here. Haunting his dreams. If he doesn't have a Pack 40 ready for that. Vic is here, though, of course, still at it. Veterans 1v got mines now from ZuluKobra. This is an absolutely mine-tastic match here. Nothing further going in ZuluKobra's base as of yet. He does have the healing turned up, of course. Pax doesn't need it because he's got Veterans 1 Grenadiers, and of course one of the advantages is the med kit. Sam squad here with the Grenadiers, close to getting wiped here. Baker's up on the Grenadiers here, and we again got that fuel point almost secured here by Pax Ajax. Just absolutely amazing map control here. Pack 40 at the ready, the Panzer Abwehr 40, mine goes off there, taking out 2 men. Gurkhas on the moves, we got Indian Artillery here from ZuluKobra, and certainly versus that many Grenadiers, the Gurkhas will be an excellent choice, particularly with the Bren gun, but also the Thompsons are the way. They're going to give Pax Ajax Grenadiers quite the fight, as they are very potent elite infantry. In fact, they are still seeing service today in the British Army, so you know they mean business. Up north here, Grenadiers is the section, and the sappers there. Grabbing the southern victory point, Pax Ajax just continues to exert immense map control here versus ZuluKobra. An absolute whirlwind here of decapturing and capturing. Gurkhas firing away there with their Lee Enfield rifles, likely Mark 4s. I believe some of the troops of the more, far off territorial areas there, like, the Far East and Australia, might actually equip with the SMLE, or the small magazine Lee Enfield. From my understanding, they might misunderstood something there. Up north at Grenadiers, there's a section here, shots firing in there. Gating them from both sides. But yeah, at this point, I would not be surprised if they're going to push straight for the Panzer Company now here versus ZuluKobra. and start preparing for panzers, maybe some Starstorm. Of course, he could still go for Fudgemegas to help push back against the Gurkhas. We'll have to see here all the way, though, over to ZuluKobra and the British. Gurkhas there can be upgraded, but so far, ZuluKobra there is keeping his trigger finger under control and not quite jumping to any decisions there as of yet. Well, he's just forgotten he can do it. Hard to say, of course, here. Some recce sections up there. And these are about to get wiped out. Does Pax Ajax have a Guardian Angel? It would appear so. In the center there, Pack 4 of the Pioneers. They're being evicted as British sappers are moving up. He also got the Gurkhas in the section threatening the southern flank here as well. Up north, the German force of the 90th Panzergrenadier, 6th Panzergrenadier Company are making great progress. In the south, the Grenadiers push back there. As for Mr. ZuluKobra, we got a 6-pounder gun, obviously concerned about any German armor, be it Stugs, Stummels, very unlikely, and he's going to go for Stummel here. Of course, a Panzer IV Rush, Grenadier Squad, there we go, dead. Secure wipe here this time around, very good. Panzer Company done there for Pax Ajax.
Anti-tank weapon and crew on the field.
Yeah, do not take Gurkhas lightly. And Pax Ajax there definitely also just getting punished for extending his Grenadiers that much. So he's down to just 4 Grenadier squads, which of course is still 4 Grenadier squads. Bigger setting up here. Mine goes off here, causing quite a bit of damage into the recce section. Flanking around here, could chuck a grenade into the church, clear the Vickers there, I think. Up north, we do have an MD4 tip for Pax Ajax, pretty late one. Sappers charging in on the flank. A lot of fighting here. We got grenades, and the grenades of the number 69 flashing out the heavy cover. No grenades from the Grenadier here, and they're going to get suppressed here by the Vickers inside the church. Gurkhas, they're being suppressed by the Info 2, but not before hitting Pax Ajax fuel supply. Far up north, the Grenadiers busy. Got the volunteer infantry, and of course, I imagine Pax Ajax is simply going to plan for the similar version of that for the Luftwaffe. Grenades are being chucked, and these sappers forced to withdraw. So, quite some hectic action here so far in the early game, with a lot of back and forth in terms of map control here. 6-pounder gun being hauled close to the front line here by Zula's men of the 7th Armoured Division. Far south, here, Grenadiers can move on the southern field point here. A victory point, not a field point. And victory points wise, Pax Ajax really has a big lead. We got 257 versus 496. That is a significant gap here, and certainly a lot of work here for Zulu to catch up to. More mines here though, thumbs up. Grenadiers holding out here, but I think there's going to be limits how much longer here Pax Ajax can maintain position, seems to be with the Gurkhas moving in. We also finally getting the Thompson upgrade there, which is an interesting choice here, because most players tend to prefer the Grand Light machine guns, just as overall better, DPS at most ranges. But of course, for the Thompson, it's much more close quarters. But again, that doesn't mean the Thompson's not a bad upgrade. But, just players tend to prefer what is safer. ZuluKobra, of course, prefers what hits harder.
We're losing a munitions point to enemy action.
Meanwhile, Panzer IV on the way with Pax Ajax and the 90th Panzergrenadier Division has been able to call up one of the Panzer divisions and open up for a Panzer platoon to be dispatched in this direction. Vickers was MD42 here, though. That set the Info taking a lot of damage, and they go catching the Gurkhas, suppressing them. And Vickers, they're being forced out. 6-pounder gun reserve. Panzer IV almost ready here for Pax Ajax. And the 90th Panzergrenadier Division. Smoke deployed here with the Gurkhas. Vickers does finally force back the Info to the southeast. Sappers pushing on the Grenadiers, and again, just constant fuel harassment for Pax Ajax. I guess an absolute talk about that. Grenadiers, they're forced back. Panzer IV has arrived to support now the 90th Panzergrenadier Division. Opening up the sappers there, blasting through the poor sods, but none are pushed onto the next pixelated plane of existence. 6-pounder gun sitting up here, going to come against the Panzer IV here. There we go, good shot. Further south here, Gurkhas moving up, taking fire from the Panzer IV recce section. Sappers, Pax, veteran 2 Grenadiers definitely need to be careful. So does the Panzer IV. Quick swing to do with the Grenadiers here, leveraging some of his, of course, elite infantry. And he's also, I think, note the way he's moving about, he's trying to, preempt a possible grenade for here for Pax Ajax, looking to make it as difficult as possible. The Panzer IV, of course, rather renders that entire thing moot, as they have no way of defending against the Panzer IV. ZuluKobra, by the way, has gone here for the company command post. I was busy chatting away there, and is going for the foot guards for some more elite infantry here. Adding in with their bazookas and their Thompson submachine gun. And Pax Ajax just keeps on grabbing points on the sides of the map. They're really well played with Pax Ajax. Like, a lot of players I find on this map tend to focus too much in the center. But again, Pax Ajax really just has this good mindset there to just focus on the rest of the map as well there. So 2 thumbs up to Pax Ajax. Otoman is actually going for the Starstorpen as well. And we do have the infantry reserves up here. Axis Grenadiers significantly cheaper to reinforce, amongst other things. Which of course also means merging with the Starstorm becomes cheaper. Net set, Grenadiers in South East retreat might actually be a bit too late. Now we got the Recce section, the Sappers, of course, the Foot Guards, the Thompsons. Earlier models by the looks of it, since they do have the drum magazine. Which I would not be surprised the Americans sold off to the British. As they didn't actually like them too much, and wasn't really like giving them like any major discounts until, like, you know, they were kind of forced into the war directors like, oh, alright, we'll sell you stuff slightly cheaper and slightly higher quality. Handful takes direct hit here from the 6-pounder gun straight for the side armor. Starstorm has arrived. Something a bit more elite here to tackle the Gurkhas and the Foot Guards. Very good addition here for Pax. He's also lost another Grenadier squad at this pace here. Another great wipe there, of course, for ZuluKobra. And another headache here for Pax Ajax. Finally again here in the side, the north, we got 470 versus 222. So 1 Starstorm squad ready here. I do think he's probably going to have to like consider some more of them, or should consider some Fallschirmjägers. Because he's going to have, again, this many Grenadiers. Again, the problem is they just, at some point, kind of hit a bit of a, like, you know, limit to what they can do. Versus, you know, Gurkhas and Foot Guards. Gurkhas moving in, taking air out from the Starstorm, but there you go. They do pop the Veterans 1 ability, forcing the Starstorm to withdraw here. Send a big siege for the Recce section up. Again in northeast, Recce section pushing back the Grenadiers. There's just a lot of action, a lot of back and forth. So much infantry. And before they're being hauled back for repairs, got the hazard removal package, which now increases the repair speed of the Pioneers, so thumbs up to that.
Infantry will not be reinforced without your permission. The enemy has claimed
Quick merge here on the Starstorm. Very nice. Oh, Miss Price is going to save up for another Panther 4 here. Let's make a lot of sense. Sappers creeping up here. We got 470 versus 173 so far. Pax Ajax just continues to exert so much of a lead. But by now, just in terms of infantry, the balance is starting to shift more in favor of ZuluKobra, again with the Foot Guards and the Gurkhas on top of the red sections there. The gap is closing in significantly. And Pax Ajax will have to close this gap one way or the other. Of course, the question is, in what way does he decide to close it? Just more Grenadiers, which seems unlikely. Starstorm, Fallschirmjägers. We'll have to wait and see. North here, men of the 7th Armored Division have been caught by the Starstorm. Quick blend Kerber again. He's a big fan of that one. Very good for just denying opponent of building, by the way. Which is clearly why he's doing it there. Of course, the stick grenade assault is pretty damn great too if you can land it correctly. Good hit from the 6-pounder gun on the Panther 4 here, and we do get another one there for Pax Ajax in the center. Starstorm occupying prime real estate here against the British. Grenadiers undercover from the Starstorm, storming the center victory point here. Strafing runs, and we got the Fallschirmjäger pair drop here. And meanwhile, though, we got a hit back here with artillery from ZuluKobra against Pax Ajax buildings here. Need to withdraw here. Likely an airburst barrage there. Well, it could be the... It's the 25-pounder barrage, then not the airburst. There we go. Either way, though, good reason for Pax Ajax to vacate the premises before they collapse upon his men. Time to quarter with the 6-pounder Foot Guards here. Close Veterans 1 need to withdraw the Panther 4 entirely for repairs. We shouldn't give it this. Flank is also now threatened up north here. British forces pushing through. Got another Panther ready, and from ZuluKobra we got the Matilda 2. So, things leading up further here. Finally, after much harassment delay there, ZuluKobra can finally call in tanks of his own. But I think it also really just highlights just the sheer lead that Pax Ajax was able to build up over ZuluKobra, that by the time that ZuluKobra has 1 Matilda 2 out, Pax Ajax has 2 Panzer 4s out. So really excellent map control from Pax Ajax so far. Quick grenade here on top of the Panther 4, flanking the 6-pounder gun. This could be a big problem here for ZuluKobra, losing the 6-pounder gun. This is going to be great for Pax Ajax. Starstorm and now Grenadiers reinforcing the support effort here. I do think you should probably consider the Panzer Officer quarters for Veterans 1 and more veterans in the Panther 4s here faster. Got the 6-pounder gun. Matilda, though, is flanking the Panther 4, landing some dice hits here. Panther 4 bounces. Grenadiers being forced to withdraw here. Starstorm and the Panther 4 there unloading into the infantry section under ZuluKobra's stoic command. Sappers there forced to withdraw. Buildings utterly turned to rubble here. And back to ZuluKobra and the British Army.
200 points.
There's a lot going on here. More pioneers of Pax Ajax. Definitely needed to help repair all of his armor. Again, I would recommend the officer quarters, and personally would also suggest these side skirts, though there might be less need for them here. But they do look so damn nice. As for ZuluKobra, I mean, there are certainly a few options. You could start pushing with grants. You could also just go for more Matilda 2s, honestly. Against that many Matilda 2s, though, one option for Pax Ajax could be to back tech and go for Marder 3s, as they definitely do not struggle with the armor. Another option would be actually to consider going for Stuke 3Gs, as up close they don't have too much issue either, and they're also, you know, a fair bit cheaper than the Panzer 4. So there's certainly quite a few sort of, shall say, directions here that Pax Ajax could go for if ZuluKobra continues to commit to, like, you know, a Matilda strat, though. He's also going for Crusader tanks here. South side here, Grenadier Starstorm going for the Gurkhas here, or Gurkhas by the southern victory point here. So Grenadier's been the first here to draw away fire from the Starstorm. Very nice here, if a bit brutal, and there you go. Veterans one ability popped here, the Ayo Gokali. Grenade assault here. Oh dear. Massive explosion here, and we see the Starstorm getting wiped out here. Brutal. Just 2 squads down here, really just highlighting how powerful the grenades on the Gurkhas are as well. And of course, mixed up with Thompson, just absolutely just ripped through here. Pax Ajax, that's just 2 squads gone in the blink of an eye. Massive loss here for the Germans. Great kill here. Further north, they got the Panther 4 drawing through here. Further punching short. Pax will need to replace them for losses. Got the Crusader on the move here. 6-pounder gun being added. Thumbs up there to ZuluKobra. And there you go, flanking here. The Crusader tank shoots but misses. Quite a whiff. Hot in pursuit, the Vickers continue to occupy the church, taking fire there. MD42 coming from the centre. You could also, of course, just go for Panzer Grenadiers at this point instead of Starstorm. A bit cheaper. Of course, obviously, what he does here. Crusader, Matilda moving up in the centre here. 6-pounder gun ready on the Crusader, opening at 6 Pack 40 here. As Pax is trying, of course, to catch Matilda. Things are going southways here for Pax and the German army. Crusader, Matilda engaged machine gun there. Panther 4's falling back a bit here as well. May have to destroy the Pack 40 rather than risk it being handed over to Pax Ajax. I mean, Pax Ajax, but to ZuluKobra, as that would be quite disastrous. On top of, you know, losing an entire Starstorm Grenadier squad in a blink of an eye. Crusader here, Matilda being bound by the Panther 4, so he caught a bit of crossfire. Panther 4 in the south is about to get knocked out here. Should have pulled it back for repairs here. ZuluKobra slamming there. Pax Ajax to the ground here. Things are starting to fall apart again. Losing those 2 squads, I think, was a crucial moment here. And the situation at this point kind of feels like it's starting to spiral a bit out of control for Pax Ajax. As now ZuluKobra definitely enjoys a strong infantry advantage with a total of 5 squads backed up by 2 sappers. And Pax Ajax, I think, has like 2 Grenadier squads at most. Yeah, that's 2 Grenadier squads. Emon Crusader racing out the Panther 4, already heavily damaged. The Crusader should be able to finish it off here. Down it goes, another blow to Pax Ajax, who now has 2 Grenadiers, a Pack 40, and a bit of infantry left. Definitely a disastrous situation here for Pax Ajax. Definitely disastrous. Wreckage section pushed back by the infantry, though of course Pax Ajax is no quitter. He is a fighter. He still has a good victory point lead, so he might still be able to turn this around. But again, things have gotten significantly more difficult for him here, as ZuluKobra is a relentless pursuer. Crusader falling back here, half HV 2. Matilda also good at it. There you go, good shot from the Pack 40. Cutting cleanly through the armor there of the Matilda 2. The Matilda 2, by the way, would be replaced by the Valentine tank, and not because the Valentine tank, when necessarily, was a better tank, but it was a cheaper and easier to make tank that still, like, you know, was comparatively as good in some regards, and I can't believe faster than the Matilda 2, because the Valentine tank, while it would eventually, of course, quickly replaced by the Churchill tank, would still see service in the Soviet Army where they used it as a light tank, which is definitely one of the more fun cases of like how a tank was completely used in a different way than intended. Meanwhile, we got another Crusader tank here for ZuluKobra. Makes a lot of sense. Less need for big and sturdy tanks. Packs bring in more Pack 40s. He desperately needs anti-tank weapons here to match the British. He also desperately needs infantry to match all of the British troops. Mines in the centre up north here. Gurkhas, Rekki section moving up here. Foot guards was the few grenadiers here. Almost ready for those grenadier.
We've lost a sector.
Mines. Schnell Otto, mines before the English arrive. Wait, where's everybody else? Oh, there you are. Why are you hiding in my shadow?
Point is being overrun.
So we got machine guns, anti-tank guns being hauled southwards, including the Pack 40 able to take off Pack's Ajax.
Overrun.
Definitely the not so great scenario there for Pack's Ajax. Got Matildas, the Pioneers in the centre. Further up north, the Grenadiers of the Gurkhas. Charging in rapidly.
Victory point is in enemy hands.
Matilda, Crusader advancing in the centre here. Guns blazing at the German positions, racing towards the British Empire. Packs, though, punching a very large hole into the Crusader Mark II, actually Mark III there. So that's the version with 6 pound guns called the Mark III. But there you go, Pioneers being wiped out. Packs in a bad spot as well. The machines they have to try and cover these against the infantry, but the Crusader just keeps cutting forward. We've got more Starstorm though for Pack's Ajax. 2 thumbs up, guessing he doesn't have enough resources for the tank. Mine goes off here. Sappers there, finding themselves a bit short there. 2 men. Pack wiped out. They need to quickly recruit here with the Pioneers, I think. And of course the other pack as well there. He needs those packs going. Meanwhile, British tanks are going at it hard here. Almost got it. Can he recruit? Yes, might want to merge the Grenadiers for the pack crew to keep it at full strength. He needs to get the other one going. No. Got cleared out here. Can be destroyed now. There we go. Other one good to go. Starstorm back in the files section here. Being hit with info 2. Something looks like it took a pretty nasty hit there. They can't quite say if it got wiped or not entirely or not. Pack opening up with Matilda there. And we got an artillery strike here, I believe, by Zulu. Yes, indeed, it is the Ford Observer artillery barrage here, forcing Pax Ajax to break off. And suddenly, like from an early game, but like Pax was dominating, he's now the one with the back against the wall here, against the might of the British war machine here. Crusaders, Matildas, anti-tank guns. It is a dangerous situation here for Pax to find himself in. Also, we have to just get so caught up in fighting, I completely forgot to shift perspectives. My apologies if that's happened. But yeah, his choice of Luftwaffe, except like the infantry, really hasn't like borne much fruit. Need to treat these troops well here. Like no LG-40s, obviously. No Fallschirmjägers, no Fallschirmpioneer. So not munitions for the strafes. One certainly does wonder if he really wanted to go for Luftwaffe in the end. I mean, obviously, you can understand with that much infantry and the reserves ability, but... Ooh, and we got airburst shells here. Of course, the ability there got buffed, so it is, which you might notice, a lot more effective. Crusaders being dispatched northwards here as Pax Ajax is fervently trying to, like, you know, just buy himself some more time here. And he starts coming in, recruiting that Pack 40. The machine gun may want to merge with the Pack gun. Another Pack 40 ready here. He's spending so much manpower on Packs, but probably like needs Panther 4s to help deal with the infantry at least. Because the Packs are just dying so fast anyways. I'm better off with Panther 4s or, you know, Stugs. But I think Panther 4s at this point probably help him more because they do also start at Veterans 1 here. Starstorm, of course, doing what they can against the English forces there with the MD-42 and the T-43s. Letting loose for the fatherland. We got the Rekki going out in the machine and they need to merge with it, I think. But it's going to get wiped again. Oh, managed to narrowly hold his ZuluKobra back. Blenkover there off again as well. Even popping the shock assault there.
The enemy holds all victory points.
Troops enforcing healing here. Really seeing a lot of pressure on Pax 8. Got the Vickers down south here as well. Crusaders moving up slowly but surely. 229 versus 110. Pax Grenadiers moving up here. Hunting quarter with the Vickers. Now the Crusader joining in the fight. We got the Matilda there just slowly repairing. In what is left of Pachino at this point.
We are down to 200
Machines up to flank the Vickers. We got less than 200 points left here for Pax Ajax now. Pac-Man again, foot guards on the center. Machine gun here versus the Vickers. Both machine guns suppressed, got the stars coming up here. Pioneer setting out, closing in on the Panther 4 very, very slowly. Of course, he could be planning to go for even more packs, but at this point, like, he's just depended so much manpower and packs when he probably could have just been better off with Panther 4s. Anyways, massive wreckage section forcing the machine gun up to halt these British. Now, he's going to be in a really bad place. Now, got artillery strike on the MD-42. Could be forward artillery barrage, could be air. Oh, it's the airburst. Machine gun takes a full blast, and the Starsmans will almost wipe out. Indeed, could completely annihilate here. Pack's definitely too slow tracked here. This could very well be it. He's got next to nothing left. There you go. GG. Game over. Victory for ZuluKobra. A fierce fight here with a fairly non-matter strategy from Pack's Ajax with 5 grenadiers. Overall, clearly I think had a lot to go for it, particularly with the cannon crowd. Like, he really was able to exert the map control, but I feel like there was a few elements where the strategy wasn't quite connecting with what he wanted to do. Like, the Panzer Company just felt a bit superfluous when just going for the LG-40s, which obviously meant fewer mines, but I think they've been worth it here because you just pushed for the Panzer Company fast and then the Panzer 4 maybe some faster starts for them. Or if I was going to go for this, I would strongly recommend, you know, maybe transferring out some of the grenadiers with the Panzer grenadiers. I think that'd help your Pax Ajax a lot more. And of course, like, even after all that, there's still like some technical mishaps here, but also just the decision to keep churning out Pax. We probably just better off with more Panzer 4s with even Stugs. I think it was like, you know, one of those things where Pax Ajax slightly, shall I say, compounded the issues of suffering from, though. Still, really interesting strategy, and I think in some regards potentially really effective. Just, I think it needs more refining. And there's certainly also the question if we really want to go for Luftwaffe, maybe actually want to go for mechanized with it. Actually, like, for example, you know, it would have given a lot more fuel time to take it faster, plus, you know, but also synergize them just grabbing the fuel points many times with the fuel seizure ability, for example. I think there might have been some potential ideas there for Pax Ajax. Or, you know, I don't know, 5 MP40 grenadiers, even though, like, the MP40s got nerfed. That many MP40 grenadiers could also have been a headache and a half. So, something to say. But also, really well played by Zulu. Good patience, good durability, also making good use of his Gurkhas. Again, that one grenade assault in the south here was just an absolute, like, just game changer. Plus, of course, the addition of the foot guards I think was nice. And, of course, the Matilda into the Crusaders was also, I think, a very good set over there. So, overall, a really nice match here. So, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, tell your friends, tell your family. And always consider supporting the Propagandacaster, donating or pledge on Patreon. Links in the description. And this is Impelling Team. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye.